Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on the Soap Thing project today. And this shave, we are going to do a test soap from Arthur Knowles. He is going to try his hand at soap making. He also has a YouTube channel of his own called Lather Addict, so if you haven't done so already, head on over there and check him out and consider clicking on his subscribe button. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. So today, we're going to use his Mark 1 base. And that looks exactly like this. So we're going to put that into a bowl, lather it up, and then see how it performs on this face. So the razor we're going to use is my RazoRock Lupo 72. Seems to be the best performing razor for me at the moment. And I need to put a blade in that. I forgot to do that. So the Personna reds that I put in it look exactly like this. So I have a container that's already open, so we're going to take the blade out. That looks like this. Put it in the razor. Put the base plate on. Screw it on. Tighten it down, and the blade is ready to go. So, the brush we're going to use is going to be this Rich Man Shaving synthetic. 26mm synthetic knot on this one. And for an aftershave, I just grabbed some Murphy and McNeil Magh Tured. And this is a woody, spicy aftershave balm that is inspired by Tom Ford Oud Wood. So it's going to be the aftershave today, so let's get this together and let's get started. Okay, change of plans. I decided at the last second that I would prefer to do this in a shave-off style. And a shave-off is where on one side of your face you do the test soap, and the other side of your face you do a soap that's already been vetted and it's been on the market for a while. So on the left side of my face, or your right, I think maybe, we're going to use the test soap. On the right side of my face, we're going to use Shannon Soap's Lady Luck. And this is all amber and patchouli and sandalwood, and it's a strongly scented soap, and it's good to go. So here are, let's put that up for you one more time so you can see the ingredients. What do we have here that I am concerned about? Tallow, cocoa butter, shea butter, lanolin, and vitamin E. So for the price, this is an excellent soap. I think these are about $11.95, $12 for 4 ounces. So, love this stuff. Okay, so normally you have seen me use the Pereira Shavery Unbreakable shaving bowl. So the Shannon Soap's Lady Luck will go into that bowl. And the test soap will go into this Timeless razor bowl from Maggard. The black one I think is a Maggard exclusive, so Timeless bowl. And then since I need another brush, we'll just bring back the brush from shave number 4, this Sawdust Creations brush with a 26mm synthetic knot. So now we're going to get to the lather. Okay, right here we have the Shannon Soap's Lady Luck, already lathered in the Pereira Shavery Unbreakable shaving bowl. So we're going to set that aside for just a minute. And here is exactly what I do with every soap and every brush, whether it is synthetic or Badger. I do it the same way. Now, actually, with a Badger, I will generally tend to soak it. But with a synthetic brush, just getting it wet will be fine. So I get it wet, wring it out so there's no excess. And then, where is my cosmetic spoon? There it is. So take the Mark 1, and I am going to just scoop some soap out of the container. The consistency of this one is a little flaky. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to empty a little bit of that down in the bowl. Scoop a little bit more out. Okay. Okay, so here's what we have. So I'm just going to press it down into the bottom of the bowl. This is not the easiest thing to do on camera. If you haven't already started to notice, I'm struggling. But I'm going to press this down into the bottom of the bowl. There we go. Okay. Now, then we take this spray bottle. What I do is I just put 3 sprays in there to start. So, and then we're going to start lathering. Now, right off the bat, this one starts off a little sudsy, so we're going to add a few more sprays of water and see what this does for us. It's hard to describe exactly what I do and how I know what to do. I can just tell when a soap is dry and when I need to add more water. It's like I said, it's really hard to explain exactly what I'm seeing and why I know it needs water. This is a test soap, so normally I would add more water, but at this point, but right now I'm just going to continue to agitate and see if I can get this to thicken up a little bit. I'm going to switch hands here really quickly. I have a service-related injury to my left arm, which causes it to get fatigued much quicker than my right arm, which kind of sucks because I do everything with my left arm. I'm left-handed, I write with my left hand, so this is quite awkward. This is why I don't normally show it from this angle, because my tripod doesn't lend well to filming bird's eye view of lathering. And let me look. Yeah, that's good. At least I think so. Okay, let's do the shave. Okay, looks like we got 2 days growth on the face today, or just under 2 days growth. There will be no pre-shave today because I want these soaps to speak for themselves. So I'm just going to wet the face lightly. Okay, and we're going to lather on the right side of my face these Shannon soaps first. Shannon Soap's Lady Luck. Now, a couple things. I never have any notes or prompts in my den for any reason. Everything I say is either memorized or improvised. I also don't film every shave I do. There are a lot of shaves I do behind the scenes, either because I'm too busy or I just don't feel like doing a video. So, a couple things in case anybody was curious. So, Mark 1 from Arthur Knowles. I lather both of these the same way, and the Mark 1 is a little thicker. I'm painting rather than scrubbing, one because scrubbing with a synthetic brush is kind of a pain in the butt for me. But also to kind of get these more precisely divided. So. Okay. So. Now, a quick disclaimer. I am not a soap expert. I know enough to be dangerous. And I know what my skin likes and what it does not like. So everything that goes on in this shave, do take it with a grain of salt. Okay, let's start over here. Flip it over. Okay. Slickness over here is okay. Cushion is very, very good. The slickness on this side is not as good as the Shannon soaps. The cushion is a fair bit better than the Shannon soap. Now again, I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you what I feel. Excuse me. Okay, flip this around. Just gonna get that wet a little bit. Now, I feel I'm getting the same impressions on the on this part of my face. Is that this test soap is more a success story of cushion than it is of residual or primary slickness. Is it bad? No. No. This is a perfectly usable sample soap. But I'm just comparing one to the other. And if I had picked a different soap for this side, if I hadn't picked Shannon soap, if I had picked something that maybe had different parameters, different slickness, glide, and cushion, then obviously I'd be saying different things. So maybe this isn't exactly fair but I want to ensure success. So I felt like it was important to compare it to a soap that everybody knows is good. So I think there's little debate that Shannon's soaps is a very good soap. So, especially for the price. Okay, let's come over here. This is how I test residual slickness. I'll just put some water on my face and see how the razor glides over it. I do a lot of blade buffing, and I don't do 2 or more full passes. It's just not how I shave. So I cannot attest to longevity. I'm just finishing up the shave here. I've pretty much figured out everything I need to know. I'll reapply some lather to this area. What do I want to use? Which one do I want to use? Let's use the test soap. In the shave with the RazoRock Hawk A, I got myself right here. This is a tough spot. Like, I now know why a lot of people who shave like this have goatees. Arthur's got one, Anthony Esposito's got one, Chris Bailey's got one. Everybody's got one. I can't do that because military regulations won't let me grow a goatee like that. But these are hot spots where you get a lot of, at least I'm more likely to cut myself around here and through here. I have figured out not to cut myself on my upper lip. I just don't do the fool's pass anymore where you go against the grain your upper lip. But here, I'm still learning. And I've been doing this for 4 years, okay? So this is not an exact science. It's not something that you're going to do some math and then you're going to have a perfect system. So are there seriously no weepers? I love this Lupo, I swear. Like, if every other razor I've got, I gotta kind of be careful. But this one, I can pretty much do whatever the heck I want. It's a good razor. Now, I'm not gonna get rid of my other razors, because I enjoy the practice of figuring out how to use them properly. But I think this is probably the Lupo 72 that you're seeing right now is probably the only razor that I can truly just put it on autopilot and not care. And I can put, I think, I'm not going to make that accusation, but I think I could put most any blade in here and it would do all right. I want to do some more blade comparisons. Like I did the Lord and it didn't go well and I kind of just abandoned it, but I stand by what I said before, which is you need to try something. I'm just going to put out a number. You need to, if you're trying a new blade or a new razor, you need to use it for at least 10 shaves to have any kind of chance. Because when you're first using a new blade, new brand of blade, or a new razor, you are likely to be more cautious with it the first few shaves than you will if you've been using it for a while. And when you've been using it for a while, that's when you start to get comfortable with your shaving habits with this piece of equipment, good or bad. And that is when you'll start to notice how it's really going to go long term. Like, every shave with a new product goes amazing. And then it goes straight to crap because you start devolving back to your regular habits, and it turns out that piece of equipment, that blade or that razor, does not lend itself well to how you want to do it. And so you have to make changes. Okay, enough blabbering. I think I will call that an excellent shave. So let's come back for the aftershave, and there's not going to be a final question because this is not available for purchase, but I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on this. So I'll be right back. Okay, Murphy and McNeil Magh Tured, slipping out of my hand there. So again, this is a their interpretation of Tom Ford Oud Wood. Rub it around, and I put a little too much on, but I don't care. I love this stuff. I don't care. Whew. Okay. Okay. Now, the Arthur Knowles Mark I. So my thoughts on this are that the cushion is good, the glide is perfectly fine. I think the slickness needs to come up a little bit. I think that was what I was feeling was on each side of my face there was an imbalance of primary and residual slickness. So those are my final thoughts on this particular test soap. I want to thank everybody for watching. This is Soap Thing wishing you a great shave, and I will see you next time.